Hello, and welcome to Melissa Valentine's Nursery. My name is Melissa, if you don't know me, and today I have the Alyssa sculpt. Her name is Adelaide, and painted by Natalie Fakebridge. All three of these babies were painted by Natalie Fakebridge. I just got her chilling out in her onesie. That's it. I never really dressed her. And then, I don't know if you can really see, but I have the Madison sculpt, and that's my Melody. And then this is the Teddy sculpt. And she's my Noelle. She was my Christmas baby. So, you guys know that, well, those of you who know me, you know that I'm currently having a portrait baby of my son being made by Natalie. I have been through an array of artists, and I realized that I really appreciate and value Natalie's work. I know you guys are probably sick about hearing her, but she's most of my dolls. I have one doll that is from Willow Baby's Nursery, and I also like her babies, but her babies are a little more expensive than Natalie's. So I wanted to get on here this morning and talk about a few things. First thing, my portrait baby is being rooted this week. Monday, the artist was telling me she was rooting the baby. Monday, she was doing it for a few hours, and just over the front of the crown of the head was being done. And so she's probably working on that. I haven't heard anything. It's only been a few days. I don't put a lot of pressure on the artist. I really don't. Patience is important. I don't want her to rush. I don't want her to feel rushed. That's the thing. Because I know if I had to make something for somebody and hold to a certain standard, I don't want to rush through their art, their baby, whatever it is I'm working on. So, the other thing was, you guys have been amazing with birthday stuff. I want to thank Karla. Karla had sent me a monetary gift, and I last night went onto Etsy and purchased the first outfit that I buy for my portrait baby that's coming of my son Joseph. So Karla, thank you. I bought two things. And they were about each the same amount of money you gave me. So you bought one of them, whatever one you want to claim. There are some beautiful things on Etsy, and some of that stuff is so expensive, but I saw a few things that reminded me of Joseph. When you have your kid and your kid had a toy or a little, like, you guys call them loveys, when they were infants or whatever, and they always had them. I got something similar because I don't want to take out Joseph's stuff. Those are like sentimental things, right? So I found something, and I actually personalized it, very similar to what he used to have. And then I found a blue romper, and it had graphics on it that reminded me of things he liked when he was little. And I was just like, oh my God. And I also personalized it. So whenever it comes, it's supposed to be here in March at some point. Today's February 27th. So at some point in March, it's supposed to be here. I'll open it. I don't know. I want to open it when I have him here. The portrait baby. So that's coming up. Karla, thank you so much. The next thing is Widalys. If you see Widalys in the comments, say hello. Let me put this little bunker down because she sent me a little something for us to look at and see. And I'm going to see what she sent. So let's look. Actually, she had asked me if I got the mail, I think it was. Was she the one that asked me that? Oh my God, you guys, everything is just like running together. So Joseph opened it because he screens my packages when he has things coming in that you know, he's, anyway. So, oh, you guys probably know my whole address now, which a lot of you know my address. But this is so cool. Did you make this? Or, hold on. Let me see something. No, this came from California. She doesn't live in California. Look. Look how cute. Here it is. I thought I bought the first thing for my portrait baby. You know what? This is so adorable. Aww. You know what? Okay. Widalys is getting her portrait baby made by Natalie, right? And, well, I think she's about done. And I'm getting mine. So our babies are in the same place right now. In the same nursery right now. The baby making room. So this is very special. Oh, look at that. Thank you so much. This is so adorable. This is lovely. Oh, and it feels nice too. It's like rubbery. I don't have anything like this. This is really nice. Thank you, Widalys. This is the first thing you guys, recheck what I said. This is the first thing I got for the portrait baby. Here it is. I'm thinking I bought the shit off Etsy. No. Widalys did. So Widalys officially bought, listen, I thought me and Karla bought the first thing for the portrait baby. I'm sorry, Karla. I spoke like 30 seconds too soon. Widalys bought the first thing, and me and you, Karla, bought the next thing for the new baby that's coming. This is so cute. I'm gonna put it in here because I gotta put it. I'm gonna put all my new stuff for the baby to the side as it comes in. I'm so excited. Now, I had a thought. I don't know if I'm going to execute it or not. So my thought was, my bed squeaks. This is like I bought this bed like 2 years ago when I was like changing this room. It wasn't quite a nursery yet, or was it? I don't remember. But I put a bed in here. And actually it worked out well because I put my babies on it. I sit on it and do my videos. I come in here, relax, watch TV. My friggin' cat pissed my bed, the older one, because she was pissed off. She does that. So you got to keep if you keep the bedroom doors closed, you're golden. But if her litter box gets too full or if she's pissed off, she'll piss on your bed. And it is a bitch to get it out. When we go camping, we have to make sure all the bedroom doors are closed while we're camping. And we have to make sure they're closed for a few days after going camping because she gets pissed that we're not here. Things piss her off. I figured that out in her life while she's been here. And she's like nearly 7 now. Maybe she's 7. But other than that, she's good. As long as you don't make her mad and, clean the litter box. I mean, it's only happened a few times, but one time she pissed in my bed and I had to sleep in here. And, I had a comfortable, nice sleep. Maybe it was being around all the babies. I don't know. But I had a thought. My thought was maybe I'm considering possibly, sort of, maybe, kind of, sort of, might get a portrait baby done of me at Christmas. Widalys, her portrait baby is of her. I don't have a lot of baby pictures of me though. So I would have to ask my mom, So that's just a thought right now. Just a thought. So yes. I came home from work. It was a little bit of a rough night. I'm feeling a little better. I am on my 4th day of antibiotics for my UTI that I've had. And we went over that in the last video. I'm feeling a little better. And I'm still eating relatively healthy. I switched my experiment though. My weight loss experiment. I'm losing weight, but it's ever so slow, you guys. It's like slow. I was like doing really good with the first 15 pounds and then it just like, bleh, and then last night my scale shit the bed. It doesn't work anymore. When I got on my digital scale, I was every weight but my own. Some of the numbers look nice. I would like to be that weight. But then some of them were horrendous. And, you know, I'm not on 600-pound life. All right. So I had a relatively busy night at work. But it was successful. I had to work on the medication cart. We are short staffed and they're moving staff around. And I don't come in and work extra. So usually, and I haven't in a while. So basically they shift people around and they utilize me at night. Instead of a supervisor walking the building, they stick me on a floor and I work as a floor nurse, which is fine. I did that before I did this job, so it's whatever. So then I got home and I fed my fur babies and texted with Widalys a little bit, sat on the couch, watched a little news, see what's going on in the government. Because I do get into that, but not like deep crazy woman, you know. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I desire from the government, but I also know that there's some secret agendas and stuff, you know, whatever. I'm not a complete conspiracy theorist, but I also know that you guys were on our own. You know, I feel like it. But I feel like there's good changes coming anyway. There are good changes. You know. So, what else? I'm trying to get somewhere. I was sitting on the couch, relaxing, texting with Widalys off and on. I come home from work, you guys, sometimes I want breakfast, but sometimes I want food. I want sustenance. Give me something that's going to stick to my gut. So I made a burger. I made 2 burgers. Because I usually don't eat at work. I usually eat in the morning between like 8 a.m. to noon, and that's it. And usually it's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., and I don't see food again. I may at work eat like a beef stick or something, but that's it. So I had 2 burgers, smaller burgers, and I put jalapenos on them, and I put a little bit of nacho cheese, and I made like this really yummy Mexican burger. Oh my, it was beautiful. And then, I did message one of my Dolly friends and check in, and then, I did message Sandra, but she's probably sleeping or getting the kids ready for school or something. Plus, I know she doesn't feel good because she fell, you guys. Go visit her last video, or if you know her email, or I don't even know if you have her phone number. Send her some love. She don't feel good. So then I started, you know, I like my channel to be educational, enlightening. I like to be relatable. So sometimes I'll sit and I will like Google a few things, and I was on Reddit. I don't get on Reddit unless I'm Googling and I've seen things, you know, topics come up that maybe for a future discussion. But today I saw something and I screenshot it on my phone, and Apple's an ecosystem. So it will copy to my iPad for those of you that are not Apple fans. And you guys, for my birthday, my son, he got me the Apple Pencil. You guys, it's great. I'm like fancy. I can like move things. I'm fancy, you guys. Joseph got me, I'm fancy, right? So actually I don't need it for what I'm doing because I have it right here. It's not like I'm going to have to, but I wanted to show you. I'm in. And you got to charge it and stuff. Did you know that? Actually, I just kind of been putting it on in my thing and just leaving it there. But it's got like this little piece that you put at the end, and it goes with your Apple charger. You know what I'm saying? All I know is I was watching YouTube with people with their iPads, and they had this pen, and I was like, Joseph, I want that. Hey, I don't know what the hell I'm going to use it for. I haven't really used it much, but I feel fancy. feel like a sexy librarian. Okay, let's get started. So I was on Reddit, and some things I found had a little humor to it. Some things had, let me move this closer. I have like a little table here. Some things, because I'm going to lean on it. So some things had a little humor. Some things I thought were educational. And if there's a name, I'm going to give credit where it's due. But this is from Reddit, where people discuss things and advice, whatever. But I thought this was cute. This was actually from 2 years ago. From somebody named Angel Martinez, 2022. So, is this 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Things you should never say to a doll collector. Hey, why not, right? Things you should never say to a doll collector. What are you going to do with all of these? I have had people say that to me. My sister, when I had 15 babies or more, she would be like, what do you do with these? What are you going to do with all these? Okay. The next one is, who gave you all of these? You must be really spoiled. I've not had anybody say that to me. I've had people tell me either that I've got money. They think I'm well off because, you know, when I discuss how much I've spent and stuff. Who gave you all these? You must be really spoiled. The next one. Aren't you too old for dolls? You're never too old for dolls. My grandma has dolls. Has anybody ever said that to you? Nobody's ever really said that to me, though. How much money have you wasted on these? Now, that is a question that people have said to me. And that's when people jump over to, oh, you must have money. But I charged a lot of my dolls, you guys. I did. I charged a lot of my dolls. Look at me being fancy. It's like I have a pointer. I like this. Your husband / wife / partner must hate this. Now, yes. When I first was separated and a lot of people knew I was in the middle of a divorce. But when they realized that I collected reborns, they said, could it have possibly been a reason why your husband left you? He was entertained by them, right? I don't think that's why. I know that's not why. Then, dolls? You collect dolls? That's creepy. Yes. People have said that to me. Have they said that to you? They have said, especially work. But they weren't like mean about it, you know? Next one. Why do you need all of these? Nobody's asked me that. Not that I have no recollection of anybody asking me that. Has anybody asked you that? Actually, we talk about it all the time. We talk about anxiety, depression. We as a community talk about that. And I have talked about it to, I know at least one person at my job, but it's not like a common question specifically that gets asked to me. But I know in the community, we talk about why we need these babies. We talk about, you know, we just got done in the last video talking about like psychological disorders and, you know, physical ailments and things like that. And why we have these babies and infertility. We talked about this, but from the outside, I haven't had too many people ask why you need these. Next one. You must be broke. Well, hell, we're all friggin' broke. Have you went to the store lately? But no, nobody has said that. Here's the next one. Can my child play with your dolls or have one of your dolls? No, nobody has asked me that, but I have had somebody ask me for a free doll, but nothing related to children. And that's where I'm gonna leave it, because I'm not gonna open a can of worms. Sandra, you know what I'm talking about with the first giveaway baby I ever did. Remember the first giveaway baby? Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Close friends, you can text me about it, but okay. The next two, they don't really make sense to me. Well, why not? You're a grown-up. And the next one is, wow, you're just like Pat Allenson. I don't know what those two mean. Like, I really don't. Now, if you can relate to any of these, hey, talk about it in the comments, you know? How did it make you feel? Do any of them kind of strike a chord with you? Did any of them kind of like piss you off? How did you go about explaining? I personally don't feel like I should have to explain myself in life, but sometimes from an educational standpoint, I think it helps people when you can explain in a way where they can kind of see from your viewpoint, you know, and have them understand. Because a lot of people, without understanding a situation, can become extremely judgmental and stereotypical, right? But I seen these on Reddit, and I thought that was like really cool. So the next thing is, I have other hobbies, and I kind of wanted to show you. I'm saying if there's anything else I want to show you on here. No, because I have screenshots of text messages at work. You gotta always keep receipts, you guys. Like, I screenshot so much shit. If something is not right and something's sketch, screenshot that son of a bitch. Keep it. Don't delete it. So something I'm into is diamond art, you guys. And I haven't really been doing like big diamond art pictures. I've been working on coasters, but I haven't really worked on these for like a week. I went on Amazon and I wanted to do something different because I'm used to doing like the big square photos or rectangle diamond art. And, you know, I get bored of my hobbies sometimes, right? So I went on Amazon and I saw these coasters and I thought they were so cool. Anybody knows me knows that I like the Tim Burton, I like claymation type stuff. And I was like, I want to change it up because I have tons of diamond art, you guys, that I have yet to do, like pictures of diamond art that I've yet to do. So I found these coasters on, this is also diamond painting, same thing, on Amazon. And there's 6 of them. And I've done half. So, look, Jack Skellington. Look how cool that is. And it's got the cork board that goes underneath. It just sticks so that it doesn't slide on your table. That's cool. And the Boogie Woogie Man. That's cool. And it's really sparkly, but like you can't tell. Maybe you can. I did glue this one. This one's been glued. Because there's like a glue you put over it. Kind of like puzzle glue. Oh, look. These are going to look so cool. And these I haven't done yet. They look like this before you do it. And then you use the code to put the drills on them. Or the diamond pieces or whatever the hell you call them. I noticed in a lot of like Facebook groups they call them drills. This is Sally. Sally. And I don't know why they did this, but this is Jack and Sally's face half and half. Now I read, there's a book, The Pumpkin Queen. It's supposed to be like the second Nightmare Before Christmas. But it's a book. I don't even think Sandra just texted me. Hello, Sandra. She said she's okay. Because I was texting her. I was trying to touch base with my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I read this second book, right? And it everything kind of flows with the Nightmare Before Christmas movie. You know, Sandra recently, if you watch Sandra Frozen in Time Reborns, she's been talking a lot about Wicked, the movie. And apparently Christina at Cuddles by Christina loves the movie Wicked. I know nothing about it. I have not even seen. You guys, I am so far from what do you call it? Like current trends. You know, I can't tell you a lot of the current fads, trends, movies. I work, come home, sleep. I watch YouTube. I watch doll channels. I watch astrology channels, Victorian history channels, ancient Egyptian channels, like YouTube. Sometimes I get into like religious history. You know, it could be any type of religious history. It could be Christian history, pagan history, you know. So I like stuff like that. I don't always sit and watch doll videos because I have other hobbies. But, you know, in my downtime, that's when I do my hobbies. Watching TV. If I'm waiting to go somewhere, on my break at work, I might work on a few things. So Wicked. I don't even know how I went from, so Wicked, Sandra's been talking about it, and she doesn't like it because she says it doesn't flow through the Wizard of Oz natural timeline. She said it was too much singing. She's not into musicals. I like musicals. Maybe I like Wicked. I don't know. But I have a tendency to dislike like the second of movie. Like Harry Potter, I read all the books first. Well, I read books 1 through 4 at the time. And then I watched the first Harry Potter movie and I hated it because it was not what I had envisioned. I envisioned a little more like creepy gothic, like my imagination was out of this world. And I felt like Harry Potter movie was a little too youthful. It was too sweet, whimsical. It wasn't what I had thought. I was thinking Tales of the Crypt type shit. But since then, I've loosened up with that. But I tend to not like sequels, prequels, things like that. So like I have no interest in any seconds of anything, right? As far as things on that type of, you know, especially classics and things. But so Wicked was a success. Cuddles by Christina loves that, apparently. She watched it and it was a success for her. But when it came to Sandra watching it, it was not. So why do I bring that up? I bring that up because The Nightmare Before Christmas has a book that came out, the sequel or whatever, The Pumpkin Queen, and it talks about Sally and, you know, her story. I liked the story, but there was too much extra bullshit that didn't belong. I feel like, listen, I am the most open person. I am very accepting. But if I'm trying to enjoy a storyline and there's too much extra shit in it, especially when it tries to like bring out agendas and stuff, I'm cool with things, but when it doesn't have anything to do with the storyline, why? I don't know. So if you read The Pumpkin Queen, I think that's what it's called, The Pumpkin Queen, it kind of let me down because stay on the fucking story, right? Don't go this way and that way. Stay in your storyline. Don't do this and come back. You were published. It's come from a beautifully known movie that I love so much. Don't screw it up. But the storyline was great. I don't know what I did with that book. I think I loaned it out. I read it. I remember I was reading it when I moved out of this house. So me and my ex-husband had this house for sale. And I remember reading it every night in my camper because I was sleeping in my camper every night before work, every day before work. And that's when I read it. Hocus Pocus. Loved the first Hocus Pocus. Hated the second Hocus Pocus. Now, before I seen the second Hocus Pocus, I read the second Hocus Pocus book. My mom actually bought it for me as a gift. And I remember reading the book. And it was cool, but then I was like, something's just off. Then I seen the movie. I hated it. And the movie and the second book and the second movie, they it never fits. It's never right. So, and when I read a book first, it's hard for me to like the movie if I see the movie second. Whereas if I watch the movie first and then read the book, I start looking at differences and I relate more to the movie. But I feel like there's something to be said about your imagination and using it. Because a lot of people don't have an imagination. So I read all the time, you guys. I read whenever I can. Now, lately I have not. But usually I'll read before bed. And usually I will read during a break at work. Or if I am out in public waiting online or waiting whatever. Or if I'm in a car with somebody on a long car ride, I'll read. There's plenty of opportunities to read. And I feel like challenging your imagination is way better than sitting watching a movie any day. Now I do enjoy movies. I have a tendency to fall asleep a lot watching movies, especially in the evening. Once I get comfortable, once I get warm under a blanket, which is what happens, I fall asleep. So Saturdays, I'm usually on the couch, comfortable, warm, Saturday evening, and that's it. After 7 p.m., I usually fall asleep and wake up at midnight and go straight to my bed. And then I'm either up watching YouTube all night, making a YouTube video, texting somebody. But reading a book, I enjoy. So you guys see the diamond art, reading. Those are other things other than the reborns. Now, something I got into recently. Now, I've always crocheted. But about 2 years ago, when I went through the major trauma of my ex leaving, I was very depressed, you guys. When I was first doing babies, no, it wasn't when I was first doing them. It was around the time of him leaving. I got so depressed. I literally started clearing my house out, getting rid of things that were related to my hobbies, my ex. I was selling all his shit. And my lawyer was like, stop. And I already sold like an engine hoist, an engine lift. I've sold one of his cars. And my lawyer was like, cut it out. So I was going on like this fucking selling thing. And I sold a lot of things that I had and that I wished I hadn't sold. Well, a few months back at work, one of the nurses on her break, she crocheted. And she wanted to crochet. She's going to have a grandbaby in a few months. And she was trying to do booties and she gave up. So I grabbed her yarn and her hook and I started crocheting. I'm not that great at it, but she saw that I was pretty decent. So now this is her yarn, her hook, and I started working on a little set. Now this is not my favorite type of thing to do, but I have a set of booties. I didn't put that, what do you call it? Sew it in. So why does it look so fucked up? But I made a couple booties. Okay. And my phone's going off. And I freestyled a hat. I'm going to put a little ball at the top. But for some reason, I don't know why. Like, remember, I did this like through memory. I didn't follow any specific pattern. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go online and I think I'm going to literally follow like a person's pattern and not put like a poof ball at the top. I think I'm just going to, you know, I have this general knowledge from my mom. She taught all of 4 of her kids how to crochet, even my brother. We know different stitches. And once you put it together, you can make some stuff. So that, and then I started working on a blanket for her. The hook is, this is her hook. I started working on a baby blanket for her, but I ran out. You guys, I ran out. It's been rolled up. So she's got to get me more yarn. And then I got to give her hook back. But, you know, I'm just going to make a small baby blanket. And if I'm really feeling eager, maybe I'll make like the baby outfit. I don't know. But I do know I'm going to make one more hat for her. And I'm going to make the blanket. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But she's seen that I could do it. She's going to get me more yarn. And we're going to get to it. So then I was like, oh my God, I need to get my hooks again. Because I had sold it to somebody. I sold all my shit. I sold big boxes of yarn. So I was like, okay. I went on YouTube and I went and I bought a hook set. And I bought some yarn. So what did I start doing? Well, I have a tendency to get too excited, right? And I found this yarn and I thought it was wonderful. And I said, I'm going to make a cardigan for spring. So this is my arm. This is my arm, you guys. I made an arm. It's going to be sewed together. The top, and look, I ran out of, but you sew it together and it becomes the arm to the cardigan, right? And then, I'm going to make 2 panels that match, like mirror each other, and sew them together and I'll have a cardigan. So I said, let me give up on that arm and I'm doing the next arm. And look at this beautiful yarn, you guys. This is turning into a friggin' crochet channel today. So then, you know, I have ADHD from hell. So I skip projects, go back and forth, you know. And then I said, well, I had bought this yarn that I didn't like. And it came with 5 small skeins. So it was a pack. So I said, well, my kitchen table has this like gloss top, not a gloss top, but like, you know, it's kind of shiny on my kitchen table. But at Christmas, somebody put a hot plate and it made it cloudy. So I have a couple cloudy spots and I was like, you know, I want to protect what I have. I don't have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I said, let me make some coasters. Mind you, you know, I have coasters that I'm making with my friggin' diamond on. I didn't think about it, but I was like, I was sitting and so I found these patterns and I made little coasters for my kitchen table. And I said, this would be perfect. They're dark. And I made 4. Well, I made 3. And then I said, I don't know what happened. I went to make my 4th one and it was huge. I said, well, this could be for a big cup, right? So, okay. This is what I've been doing on my breaks at work. This is what I've been doing, watching a little bit of YouTube every morning when I'm about to go to bed. So then I made a pot holder, right? I made a pot holder. This bitch is thick. Okay, just plain pot holder. All right. So then I said, ooh, let me make placemats. Ooh, I'm going to make placemats. So I made, here's my one placemat, and these are thick. I made this placemat. And really, it's just me and Joe. So I'm cool with 2. So this is a nice size placemat, right? If you're eating, okay. Basically, okay. Then I ran out of yarn making the second one. So, and I don't want to buy that ugly freaking yarn, you guys. It came in a set of 5 small skeins. So I don't, so this is where I stop. So that's what I did with my yarn I didn't like. To protect my table, my kitchen table. So while I'm waiting on yarn for the baby set that I'm making for the lady at work, and while I finished my pot holders and placeholder and whatever the hell, and giving myself a break for my cardigan, because you know I'm ADHD from hell, I said, let me make Joseph a blanket. So I started making Joseph a beautiful blanket, right? You guys, you know, it's friggin', and look, I ran out of fucking yarn again. So, I ran out of yarn. So now I have to order this shit. Well, I actually have another one. But when I was doing it, I didn't have the yarn with me. So I just kind of fucking tied it off. And I was like, I'll just start it up again. So, and I don't know what happened. Now I'm just noticing. What did I do? Put an extra stitch right here? But this is beautiful ombre yarn. Beautiful. And this is like really nice. Like, you know, when you try to show somebody your work and you're holding it up, everything doesn't look straight, but it's nice. It's nice. So yeah. So this is the shit I've been working on. I tend to dig myself in a hobby hole by starting too many hobbies. At least with the dolls, it's not like I have to stop halfway. So my next goal is, while I wait on the yarn for the baby project, I'm going to work on my cardigan a little bit and then continue Joe's blanket. Because technically this don't have to be done till May, the baby stuff. And this ugly shit, I finished it. I mean, I guess it's nice if you like these colors, which is fine. I mean, it's fall colors. So, you know, I don't know. It's nice, but I don't know. All right, you guys. So I figured I'd share what's been going on in my, and then I still got these to do. So I figured I'd share what's going on in my world. This is Melissa's brain. This is the chaotic, ADHD, brain. So, that's what's going on with me, jumping hobby to hobby. My dolls are my thing. I don't always dress them. This room is relaxing to me. I still got to go through the clothes. I still haven't done it. I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. I have not done it. But I want to thank Widalys. I want to thank Karla for your gifts. Widalys was just like a gift for my portrait baby. And I'm so appreciative. It is so cute. I love it so much. I can't wait to get him. And then, Karla, thank you. Because you also got me a gift for my birthday, which is for my portrait baby. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. I don't always get to talk to you guys for a long time, but I really appreciate everything, no matter what, all your support. Thank you guys so much. Sandra, I love you. Please feel better. Please feel better. All right, you guys, I'm tired. So I am going to lay down in my bed and watch some YouTube and maybe do a little more crocheting with whatever yarn I have left. If you guys crochet, or if you guys have any, you know, hey, tell me what you're working on. If you have any feelings towards sequels and prequels with movies, do you have any input on that? Hey, you know, whatever you want to share. If anything relatable in this video, drop a line. I love comments. I always get to comments within a few days. I don't always answer a second time for the same comment. I usually do one response, and that's it, because I can't. I'm trying. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your friends, tell your family, share me on your social media. And until next time, bye, you guys.